Good evening. Welcome to Donovia Central Television. I'm Steve Alexander with a special report. As you can see behind me, I'm not in the typical studio that we broadcast from. I'm actually in a location that is one of those used by the Bilasuvar Freedom Brigade as what they call a safe house, and also an area known as a weapons cache. Let me tell you how I got here so that there's no confusion. This arrangement was set up through some inquiries made by me. And what has happened is this first went out about a couple of weeks ago, but I was approved for a visit. But here was the catch. I would be met by the individuals at an undisclosed location. I cannot give that to you. But I was put in a vehicle along with my cameraman, whose name will not be mentioned tonight for his own security. And we were basically put in a situation, blindfolded, and driven around for 2 hours. And right now, frankly, I could not tell you if I'm in a cellar in the city of Razish or perhaps Ujin. I really don't know where I am right now and how this will work. And when we're done with this, I will again be blindfolded along with my cameraman, and we will be taken out, driven around for a couple of hours, and then dropped off at a determined location that again I'm unable to give to you. But as you can see from the scenery around me, I am definitely not at the studios for Donovia Central Television. Tonight's special report is going to be brief. We may take a couple of segments. Again, this is all at the discretion of the people that are keeping me here, and I want to thank them for giving me this opportunity to at least give their side of the story revolving the Atropian situation. The Bilasuvar Freedom Brigade have been fighting for what they believe their independence for a considerable time now, and again, in their eyes, they feel they are much the same as the patriots of America in the 1770s. When you're thinking about the leaders such as Paul Revere, George Washington, just name the list. Again, the Bilasuvar people here, the freedom fighters, well, they call themselves freedom fighters. That speaks for itself. What I can tell you is that they are well equipped. If you're thinking of these guys as a third-rate insurgency or a bunch of people with just a common idea with not really the means to make this happen, that is not their situation here. These people are well financed, they are well prepared. Off to my left shoulder you can see the various thope and other Arabic gear that can be worn in the case of a suicide attack. And what the goal is of the Bilasuvar Freedom Brigade, and what they say is that they can strike anytime, anywhere with the lethality that they so desire, which makes them a very considerable threat. What I can also tell you about the weapons cache that I've been in is that behind me in another wall in another room, I've seen artillery shells, I've seen mortar rounds, I've seen a myriad of RPG weapons, I've seen considerable things that definitely some of them are certainly older. The equipment they have is among certainly functional, as we've already seen. So these people have a mission and a goal, and their plan is to execute and support the government, the Erdabil Province government that is run by Arash Golzar, who was one time a member of the Bilasuvar Freedom Brigade. So the BFB, as the initials would say, are standing for what they believe is their own freedom. And they have many means to take care of things. I also saw some larger size artillery shells, and I saw many other items that frankly I could not identify. Not exactly sure what they were. But again, the people here are serious about their mission and what they intend on doing. They're dedicated. They're devoted to this cause, and they fully believe that they are in the right here. Culturally, there's a situation where, again, many of the Bilasuvars are really aligned with Donovia, with the Donovian citizen. Culturally, it goes back, and then you've got other situations where, again, the various changes of government here in Atropia over the last 20, 30 years that, this is a country in change and a province in crisis. This is Steve Alexander, Donovia Central Television. I've been given the sign to go ahead and cease this part of the broadcast. Hopefully I will get, yes sir, that I will be able to continue this broadcast again from a weapons cache operated by the Bilasuvar Freedom Brigade, a house full of weaponry that they can use against whether it be the Atropian police, whether it be against the Atropian military, and with the UN forces poised to take action. And then those are British as well as the American forces that are now in in the stages of possibly conducting operations. The Bilasuvar Freedom Brigade puts out also in my interview with them. Again, I was able to do a verbal interview, but we were not able to put that on camera. But they state that it is not their intent that innocent civilians be harmed, be hurt, be injured. It is their intent to fight against the forces that would deny them their freedom. That is the situation. Again, they are loyal and steadfast to Arash Golzar, the elected governor, and they make that very clear that he was elected. It was not a political appointee, such as the government in Baku would send forward to basically rule this province. I'm given the sign I need to close this. Steve Alexander, Donovia Central Television, thank you very much. Good night.